Hi, in this video we're going to be going over the monomial factors of polynomials. Okay, so let's start off with the first problem. Okay, so let's say I want to take 6m plus 36 and we're going to divide that by 6. Okay, so essentially what we're doing is we're taking each term. Okay, so here's one term, 6m, and then 36, that's another term. We're going to divide each term by 6. Okay, so in this case, 6m divided by 6 is m. Okay, and then 36 divided by 6 is positive 6. So we just divided that, and our answer is m plus 6. Okay, now this is we have a plus sign here, but I'm going to give you a problem where it could be a subtraction sign. It could be a minus sign. Okay, so like in your book, we have 27u times v minus 36v divided by 9v. Okay, so if it helps you to separate the terms like this by circling them, then go ahead and do that. Okay, so 27uv divided by 9v. Okay, well you can do it this way. 27 divided by 9 is 3, okay? And then we've got u divided by, there's not another u, so we have to bring that down. So it's like u divided by 1. So that's why we keep the u. But we do have a v over the v, so it's almost like they cancel each other out. So any number, remember this variable represents a number, so any number divided by itself is always 1. Okay, so we're done with that term. Let's move on to this term. Okay, so it's negative 36 divided by 9. That's negative 4. So I'm going to bring down negative 4. Remember, the v and the v cancel out. So here's our answer, 3u minus 4. Okay, let's move on. Give you a more complicated one. Okay, this one's 2x to the 4th minus 8x to the 3rd times y plus 4x to the 2nd times y to the 2nd divided by negative 2x to the 2nd. Okay, remember, like I said, if it helps you to circle those terms to separate them from each other, go ahead and do that. I'm going to do it. Okay, all right. So here we go. 2x to the 4th divided by negative 2x to the 2nd. Okay, so it's 2 divided by negative 2, so that's a negative 1. Okay, and then x to the 4th divided by x to the 2nd. It is x to the 2nd, because remember, in this case you have to subtract the exponents. Okay, now when we look at this, we don't really need that 1 there, so I'm going to erase that. So this becomes negative x to the 2nd. Okay, let's move on to this. We're done with this, so let's move on to this term. Negative 8 divided by negative 2 is positive 4. Here are our x's. 3 minus 2 is 1, so it's just x. And then there's no y down here, so we're going to bring down that y. Okay, done with that term. Let's move on to this term. Okay, here we go. 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. X squared over x squared, that could cancel each other out, so it's just 1. So we can just leave that part blank. Okay, then y to the 2nd, there's no y here, so we're just going to bring that down. Okay, so here is our final answer.